fill the back of this up with what? Water.
My name is Scott Shirley. I'm the CEO of a charity called Prime Connection. Right now I work with All About Kids, Serving Your Kids Foundation, Trinity Church, Hope for Las Vegas, and City Impact Center. I'm a father of 7 kids. I have my 3 oldest are girls and my 4 youngest are boys. I'm a student at the Art Institute of Las Vegas, where I'm getting my bachelor's degree in filmmaking and production.
What is this for?
The documentary?
Yeah.
Part of it's for a school project and the other part of it's for a television show.
Okay.
That we're putting together for the homeless.
Wow.
Well, I'd like to start a TV show called The Homeless, and in that I'd like to take 50 people in a pilot program and pull them off the streets, capture their stories of where they've been, how they survived while they were out on the streets, what brought them to the streets, and then give them a support group, give them a residence, a job, and give them the ability in transportation, hand them the tools that they need to be successful, and then see what they do with that. I was on the streets in Kent, Washington, where I stayed under a bridge, and I'd stayed under there for about, I want to say, a little over 30 days. I wasn't eating. I'd done drugs. Anything I could do to commit suicide is what I was looking at the time. And I'd just lay there under the bridge and do the drugs and wait for death. There's massive room for expansion here in Las Vegas. That's why I don't understand why nothing's being developed or done to get these people off the streets. You know, that is so huge right there I mean, it's got to be, all those places on the other side of that fence are all part of this same section here. The Homeless TV show is about teaching. Mm-hmm. It's about teaching people that have been where you and I have both been, and teach them how to be productive again. And you do that by doing it yourself. You know in teaching that the best way to teach, or the best way to learn something, is to become a teacher of it. Mm-hmm. So everybody that I bring into the homeless program, I want to become a teacher, because then they'll take ownership of it. I want everybody that's in this program to feel like it's theirs.
So what are you going to do here with Scott as far as helping him with this program? What is your key role?
I don't know exactly. Whatever he needs me to do. Because, I'm pretty intelligent. I have a bachelor's. Up until 2 years ago, I was a fairly productive, functioning member of society.
Ray, that's in a wheelchair, he lost part of his leg.
Yeah.
His body's burned up like 80%. I mean, you could see it in his skin. And I watched him sit in his wheelchair for 3 hours and ask people even for something as simple as a cigarette.
Yeah.
And they walked with their nose in the air, or they'd be smoking and saying, I don't have another one. There's just no compassion.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm That's why I want to capture the stories.
Yeah.
Because I think if I capture their stories and show why they are where they're at,
Right.
that's what's going to bring the people back to being more compassionate about it.
Yeah.
Is to actually hear what put that man on the street and why he's sitting there begging you for something, you know. And if he had 2 legs and he was, you know, and he was healthy, that we should help him get a job.
Yeah.
But it's not the case with that man, and they still kept their nose in the air and walked on by and didn't want to give him a cigarette. And after 3 hours of watching that, I have to make a difference in that. I can't watch that. So the only way to fix it is to capture the story. That's it.
So as soon as I got out, that's what I started doing, is I started putting the things together to get that done. And the first thing I did was to go out and to work with the homeless on the street and find out what the needs were here in Las Vegas. So I saw how grave the problem was, and I started researching into the different groups out there that are helping the homeless and the things that they got going on. And I just felt none of it was enough, that if it was enough, we wouldn't have so many people on the streets. And so I started putting a program together myself. Everything that I've gone through in life that I used to look at as sufferings, I now look at as lessons. And I use those things to help the people that are out on the streets. And what I found is my experiences have given me the ability to help a lot of these people get out of where they're at and to get them to move past it just by talking to them about cognitive things and things that I've gone through in life. It makes them feel like they're not all alone. And some of them feel like they haven't suffered at all when I tell them my story.